All right, so far we've got our home, our About Me page, our announcements, and our daily schedule and calendar. The next page we're going to add is a class rules and procedures page. So here on the home page again, I'm just going to click New Page, Class Rules and Procedures. Always checking your spelling. Keeping the web page template and putting it at the top level. Click Create. Alright, so we're going to play with some different layouts and formatting on this page so that we get a little bit more visual interest and we have a little more control over the organization. So this time if you go up to Layout, you'll see that there are actually several options for how we can design the layout of the page. Typically it defaults to a one-column simple layout. But we have a number of other options, the 2-column simple, 3 columns, and then we get into some cool ones that have some dividers on the page with maybe a span across the top and a couple of columns or even 3 columns. Lots of different divisions, so you can kind of play with this a bit. Right now we're just going to do a 2-column simple. If you'd rather do this 2-column or something, that's fine too, but I'm going to do a 2-column simple. And you see that it divides my page here. If I save right now and look at this page, you're not actually going to see those 2 boxes, okay? Those are just dividers that they've put into the code so that when we start adding elements, it'll have some cool layout to it. All right, so you could just start typing in these 2 boxes, but then we won't have any really clear visual division between the items. Let me show you what that looks like. Yeah, I can spell. If I click Save here, we just have these random words floating out in space. So it's not really nicely organized and visually appealing at this point. So what we're going to do is use text boxes to help us out with this. So our friendly insert menu, right? We're going to put things on our page. So we're going to go to Insert, and we're going to come over here to Text Box right there. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to start with my class rules. Now I'm going to leave the width of this blank because that means it'll fill up that whole left column. I could control it if I wanted to, but I don't have to. Alright, so what are my class rules going to be? Number 1, be nice to everyone. Okay. 2, help when needed. Okay, just create a list of rules that you want to have for your class. You're welcome to insert graphics into here, insert links out to whatever you'd like. You can even use horizontal lines to divide things. Okay, there are a number of things that you can kind of play with within this. You can even do tables here if you'd like to. So play around with the formatting as much as you'd like and then click Save. And you're going to see that we've got one of those ugly gray boxes again. Anytime we insert something, insert a gadget, it's going to look like that. If we want to go back in and edit this text gadget of our rules, you just click on the little gear and it'll pull it right back up for us, okay? All right, let me show you what that looks like saved. And so you've got this nice little box now that's outlining it, and it'll look different depending on which theme you chose for your website. Okay, so we're going to keep using those to organize our page. If we go to the assignment description here, what do you need to have? You need to have in the left column a text box with a list of your rules, and then a text box with a list of consequences for great behavior, followed by a text box with a list of consequences for misbehavior. So let's just go through that process for a minute. I'm going to go back in and edit my page. Now, I don't have any room to type or move here, right? So I'm going to just use my right arrow to get to the end of that text gadget, and then I'm going to hit Enter twice to give myself a little space. Insert, text box, and these will be positive consequences. And maybe they can have extra recess. They might get to turn an assignment in late, etc. Okay, so you would list the consequences for great behavior here, and you can even change the gadget title to be more user-friendly. Save that. Okay, now I've got a little carriage return at the bottom, so I'm going to hit one more. Let's just practice this. Insert, text box. And now we've got our negative consequences, or our consequences for misbehavior, which I like that wording better, but I'm just being quick here. 1, we might get a call home. 2, we might have to, I'm never going to have my kids miss recess. I do not agree with that at all, so we might have a conversation with the principal. Okay, so we could have a few different consequences there. Again, feel free to look at other teachers' websites to get some ideas for what some of these may be. All right, now if I click Save here, you can see these nice little delineations with these boxes. Looks lovely. All right, now I'm going to go back into Edit. What are we supposed to have on the other side of this page? All right, in the right column, add a text box with a description of homework expectations and procedures. Then you're going to add another text box in that column with your reading challenge program. Okay, so you have all the skills you need for that. I'm just going to do it quickly. So this time I'm going to click over in this right column area. I know it looks like it's overlapping, but it's not really. Don't panic, okay? All right, so I'm just going to go Insert, Text Box, and now I've got our homework expectations. Okay, then I'm just going to explain to parents and students what those are going to be. Every Monday, with capital letter, check your grammar, I will send home 3 worksheets. Okay, hit enter. I'm going to use some bullet points. Why not? Math, spelling, reading comprehension. Okay. Bump that out using this little tool here so we stop doing the bullets, okay? All right, these worksheets can be completed at your own pace, and all of them should be returned on Friday morning. Place your homework in the turn-in basket on your way into class. Okay, that's basically it. I mean, if you want them doing a little bit of the spelling each day, or you want them to do half of the math on Tuesday and half on Thursday, or whatever it might be, do that. I'm also going to note that students should also keep track of their reading minutes on the Road to Success folder provided by the school, and turn that in on Friday mornings. Okay, this would be a great place to add a little clip art graphic of homework or something like that if you want to go above and beyond, and then click Save, and we've got our little gadget. Okay, using my right arrow to get to the side of that, hit enter a couple of times, insert, text box, and we're doing the reading challenge program, and you can describe, I'm just going to type this in quickly, your challenge program here. Okay, so go on, do research, see what some other teachers are doing for reading challenge programs. They won't necessarily be titled that, but you can see what some of the other teachers are doing to get their kids passionate about reading. Save, save again. And now you've got this nicely organized page where it's easy to find everything. Mine is pretty bland, so this would be a great place to add some pictures and things to enhance what you're doing, okay? All right, that's how you do the class rules and procedures. More specifically, working with layouts. Remember that we went in, if you go to Edit, we went to Layout, change that to a 2-column. We also used inserting text boxes here. All right, so I'm not going to do a video for the other page that we have going on, the Students of the Month page, because it uses the same skills. It's a 2-column layout. You're just going to insert a couple of text boxes, a couple of pictures, and some text. So you should be able to do that at this point.